York. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Ebro in the morning. Rosenberg and Kangol from UTFO. And she said, so. I said, so.
Baby, don't you know
I can sing, dance, rap
in just one show, 'cause I'm
Kangol.
That's right.
Mr. Sophisticator. As far as I know, ain't nobody graded
from beginning to end and to beginning what?
Kangol from UTFO is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, y'all?
We was talking off the air. You're Haitian. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Hip-hop's first.
Roxanne.
That is correct, but I had to keep it under wraps, of course, back
Why?
then.
Really? Why?
Come on,
Oh,
man.
because that was when
Come on, man.
Haitians were dealing with a lot. In the
Okay,
country.
come on, man. Like, hip-hop is like a musical sport. You don't let your opponent know your weakness.
And at that time, that's how it would have been seen.
Of course, Roxanne Shanté told me if she knew I was Haitian back then, those battles would have gone differently.
Really?
Oh, yeah. All right, so
That's
yeah.
so crazy.
It's
how
so
much
real.
Wow, that's wild. Because that was something I really didn't know about until moving here. The level of discrimination that Haitian Americans dealt with in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And that's interesting to even think about. So people didn't know.
Nah.
So over the last couple, I guess, decade and a half, you've gotten to be more expressive.
Of course. You know what I mean?
My brain is slightly fried.
Okay, talk to me.
so I want to review the static of the time of UTFO.
Okay.
Who was the beef with again?
The beef was with Roxanne Shanté.
And the real Roxanne.
Right.
And
Well,
Real
but
Roxanne.
the real Roxanne was actually part of our clique.
That's what I want to do. Right.
And so because
And what happened first? Real Roxanne happened first, or Roxanne Shanté?
Roxanne
happened first?
Shanté happened first. She answered our single, Roxanne. And Full Force was our producers and managers at the time, had an idea of doing that, and she beat them to it. So,
Well, what do you mean they had an idea? They
well,
had,
they
But you
they
guys do
produced,
Roxanne,
we wrote and produced the song.
in Roxanne, you did Roxanne in '84.
84,
that correct?
yeah, it came out. Yeah, it came out October '84.
And that was a song that's just you bigging up your Roxanne.
Right. No. It was a song about us talking about no matter how hard we tried, we couldn't get this one girl.
Okay.
She did not exist.
I learned the Cabbage
Okay.
Patch to Roxanne.
Yeah, I know. You are old. We know.
Out front church, McLaughlin Temple Church of God in Christ. We was,
Anyways, so so you go do a song. She was imaginary at that point.
That is correct.
And then what? Roxanne Shanté comes.
Right. She comes out and makes it more visible that she's the one who we were talking about.
She
It's when
grabbed the
claimed it.
moment.
That is
she grabbed
correct.
the moment.
Yes, she
beat
did.
y'all to it.
Yes, she did.
And
And so
so-
Full Force auditioned and created the real Roxanne to discredit
Whose
Shanté.
idea was that? Bow-legged Luke?
I'm sure Bow-legged Lou, B Fine. Actually, B Fine ran all of the UTFO direction at the time.
Anthony.
No, B Fine.
B Fine, okay,
Right,
okay.
right.
And he says, all right, well, we're going to come up with the real Roxanne. Which, by the way, just so you guys know, when everyone is getting all mad in hip-hop about what's real and what's not real, and getting mad, acting like today, things are so different. Even back then, it's a total farce. He's making up who the real Roxanne is after she actually came out first.
That is correct. That is correct.
So then you guys come out and come back and go back and forth. And was it surprising to you guys at the time that you have this group and the success and Full Force as your producers, and the biggest buzz you got was around this
Oh, yeah.
this situation, which is sort
Oh,
of
yeah.
random.
Yeah, we didn't expect this. This was a B-side of a song called Hanging Out. So we didn't even expect that single to be what it became.
It was fire though, bro.
Oh, it really was.
I
great.
tried.
It's one of the first great moments.
I was 9 years old. I was trying to remember all the. That was when you used to memorize lyrics, boy.
sure.
Like I used to. I mean, I'm sure kids do it now. I don't do it as much anymore, but
Right.
yo, back then I wanted to know the whole song. My grandmother hated me listening to that song. She was like, "What is this? Turn this off."
And it wasn't even as if it was bad.
And it wasn't a
Devil-
bad song.
it was
not one,
absolutely it was
not
bad.
one
They was trying to
curse
have
in
sex
there.
with Roxanne.
There was not one
They
curse
talked
in
about
that song.
whose verse was having a baby. They was planning babies.
Nah.
Wait, how the
was Educated Rapper's
yeah,
verse, maybe?
educated rapper.
What did he say? Nothing about having a baby.
No, but it was.
My baby she would carry. You're
Yes.
right. You're right.
My baby she would carry.
You're right.
His other she would carry. My grandma was like, babies is what?
Oh, by the way, fast forward how fast things change. That's 84. By 91, 92, whatever it is, Jodeci's out singing about, so you're having my baby. And they're like 19 years old, talking about having kids together. Like, so things change.
You know what? That educated rapper, though,
Uh-huh.
that verse, my baby she would carry, and that pattern
Yeah.
Yes, that pattern has been
is a
copied.
legendary pattern.
Absolutely.
What is that from?
That was something he created. He gets total props for that. That was his thing.
Wait, how does it go? Do you remember it? Do you know the verse?
See, now you got me on the spot.
Sorry, you got time. You got time.
He
let's
can
see.
pull it, he'll pull it up in the meantime.
Oh,
Bro, you won't be able to play on there. You have a new iPhone. And
Yeah,
my name was
plug it in.
Larry. Told her it was Gary.
Yeah, he lied to her.
Yeah.
Lied to her about the name.
Yeah, I don't know that verse, man. I know it when I'm performing it, I guess.
Hold on.
Yeah, what's up, man? There go that girl they call Roxanne.
Uh-huh.
She's all stuck up. Why?
Yeah, but you got to fast forward it to his.
Give a guy like me
That
no
beat
rap.
was-
But she was walking down the street, so I said, can't go from your teeth.
That is the first beat I've ever programmed.
Really?
Oh, you programmed that.
I programmed that particular pattern right there.
But what will you learn? Not all girls want to be involved with
All right, that's
You
Doc.
gotta be strong in which you can't resist. So educated rapper, bust this.
It was right before that.
Oh, yeah,
right?
it's before that, right. You went to the end.
Back in January,
Or was it February? And every time I say this rhyme, it makes me kind of wary
it's only customary
to give this commentary.
Some say it's bad,
Some say it's legendary, which it is
You know you want to try your local out of friendly. You never find a rhyme like this
in any dictionary.
But do you know, after all that,
What'd you program that with?
That was before samplers, yo. So that was Howie T. He had a unit called, I think it was called something Sample-matic or something it was called, where you can just sample one sound at a time. And so, like 1 second at a time. So he took the bass drum of Big Beat, then the hi-hat, then the snare, and we just reprogrammed Big Beat onto the song. That's probably the first time that's been done in hip-hop.
There's so much to get to with you, too, because the name Kangol and the relationship with the brand Kangol.
Yeah.
Talk to us about how that unfolded.
Well, I am officially hip-hop's first product-endorsed artist. That was a fluke. It wasn't a deal that we tried to make happen. I got the name from just wearing the hat every day.
It just was your thing?
It was my thing. And cats started to call me Kangol Kid. Kids who didn't know me was like, yo, you know that kid that wear the Kangol hat? So the name just stuck. So when I became an artist, I went under that name. The name blew up, the song blew up, should I say, and the headwear company contacted the label with a cease and desist letter, asking us to stop using the name.
That's fundamentally misunderstanding at first how to take
Yeah.
advantage of this,
Yeah.
but okay.
Well, they
It was
probably
early
didn't-
days, though.
and they probably didn't like black kids from the hood.
It could have
wearing
been all
their
of that.
products and this hip hop
Well,
thing.
what did the Kangol represent at that time? When you wore the Kangol the first time, was it seen as sort of like, was it like when hip hop kids started wearing polo and Timberland? Like, was it a fancy thing?
Yes,
And you're like,
yes,
oh, I'm
yes.
with
It was the hat the cool kids wore.
Got it.
So that's all it was. And I deemed myself a cool kid by crowning myself with such a hat and wore it every day. And so when they hit the company with this, they realized later that every city that I was hitting, their sales were going up. So they fell back on the suit.
And then did you guys have an official relationship at some point?
Yes, and it started then. So they allowed me to use it on a year-to-year basis, let me use the name, provided that I did nothing to discredit the company in any way, and in which I didn't. I'm happy to say I've never been, the only record I got is on Billboard. I ain't
Right.
no police record, you know what I mean?
And did you maintain a relationship with them for a long time?
Absolutely, yes. And we still have that relationship today. So much so that now we're discussing my own line.
Wow, that's incredible.
And that actually came from the success of what just happened a few months ago. My hat was inducted in the Smithsonian Museum.
Psh, that is amazing.
Kangol from UTFO.
That's amazing.
How crazy
bro.
is that?
And what I think is cool about that record is, a lot of hip hop for me, pre-86 is just stuff and I say this with all due respect, is just stuff I'm not necessarily that interested in. It was different than the hip hop that I got into.
86 changed a lot.
86 changed a lot. Marley sampling changed a lot.
Sure.
But that record is one of the ones that's flames. That Sucker MCs, there's a handful of that really stood the test of time more than a lot of other ones where you hear and they're cool, but it's just a different form.
I mean, Roxanne was a top Billboard hit, right?
Yes, yeah.
How
Top 10.
far did it go?
Top
What
10.
Top 10.
And this is before they had rap charts. So
Yeah,
we
of
were top
course.
10 on the black chart. is
Who
what that
else
was
had? I
called.
mean, Curtis Blow had number ones
Sure,
and top 10s
sure.
at that time. Run DMC.
Run DMC, of course.
Obviously, Sugar Hill Gang.
yeah, Houdini.
Houdini.
Had it.
Was LL at that time?
I'm sure.
I Need Love.
Well, you know what? No, he had I Need a Beat when we had Roxanne out.
Got it.
And we charted higher than he did. I remember that because me and L would always argue about whose song is going to,
Were
slay
you
each other.
offended when he wore the Kangol bucket?
No, not at all. In fact, there's a family of us, that represents this culture, this fashion in hip hop. Myself, Run DMC, LL, Kumo D, who else? Dana Dane, Slick Rick. There's a few of us that made the Kangol hat our thing.
Last week we had a conversation, and I want to get you you get into plug what you have going on so people can see you on TV in the next few days. But we had a conversation last week because when Kendrick Lamar's new album came out, I came on the air and I said, time to add him to the list of all-time greats. And a lot of people got upset because it just seems like whenever you try to add someone new to the lexicon, people aren't willing to do it. And I made the argument that hip-hop is sort of like basketball and that Bob Cousy, you know, who was considered the best point guard ever, he was like, man, the stuff I used to do, every 13-year-old could do that now.
Right.
And I said it's sort of the same in hip-hop.
Right.
You know, the idea that we can't hold people to the same standards. What a great did, what you were doing in 1984 that was brand new and revolutionary is something that a kid who just starts rapping at 15 now might get in their repertoire.
Sure. Like breakdancing. Have you seen the kids today who breakdance?
Yeah, exactly. It's a
It
different
should be
level.
in the Olympics.
Right.
Right, it's a different thing altogether because it's built into their DNA.
Right.
The rap that you guys were doing, which at the time was, whoa, what are you doing? Now it's like when you first teach a kid what rap is, that's what they would learn.
Right.
So how do you feel about that assessment? And do you feel that
That is correct so far.
and do you agree that people like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, that it's time to start adding them to the lexicon of
Yeah,
greats?
see, everyone has their own. Like, if you ask my parents, you know, who are the great R&B artists, they're not going to say Jodeci.
Of course.
You know what I mean? They're going to say who it was in their time. So, you know, we enjoyed our hip-hop, which was ours, and we have to respect that this is theirs. So they're going to have their top 10, and we're going to have ours.
Yeah, things progress. And
It just does.
I think a lot of people didn't realize how long this culture would be around for.
Oh,
and
I was
that it would
absolutely
evolve.
one of those cats.
Who you didn't think it would be around forever.
No, I thought it was a fad, and I was a songwriter before I became a rapper. So I used hip hop to get into the business, and when I saw, I'll tell you what happened, man. It was the Fred Flintstone Fruity Pebbles commercial when they were dressed up like hip hop artists and they had the rock gold chains on and scratching on the turntable with the bird and beat and Barney's back spinning. I said, all right, rap is dead.
over.
It's so over. I need to get into my songwriting because this is about to die any minute now.
And what year was that, like 85 or something?
Like 86, 87. I was like, all right, time to go. You know,
Well,
and
the
I
one thing-
wrote a song for Lisa. And I was like, all right.
What song did you write for Lisa?
It was Private Property. It was on her first album.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. This is about to go. I want to maintain.
Let me become a songwriter,
Yep.
move on from hip
Yep.
hop.
And I was so wrong. This thing is still here.
Sidebar, I was in love with Lisa.
I will tell her for you.
I mean, it's problematic.
Would you still?
I hear she looks amazing. I haven't seen her.
She does.
So you want to
yes.
shoot your shot?
She said so, yes.
So absolutely.
Now,
I'm here for you, Lisa.
Now, Kangol, tell
She's
us.
Oh,
happily married,
yeah,
children.
well,
in that case,
So, darn.
But if there's anything that
I wonder. Hey, so Kangol, tell us what you have going on TV right now.
Well, there is a show coming out on, actually it's going to premiere this Saturday on Centric. The show is called We Are the Joneses. It is a docuseries, a reality show. Unlike the reality shows we watch today where the claws are coming out and, you know, the ratchetness and so on, this is the total opposite of that. This is a couple, a power couple, Kathleen Jones and Michael Jones. Michael Jones is a celebrity plastic surgeon, and Kathleen is an Emmy Award-winning journalist. And together they have a plastic surgery, plastic surgery surgeon practice. I'm sorry, that they run, and they uplift people. You know what I mean? So anyone that's going through something that, you know, some sort of, I don't know, something that's holding you back physically, you know, if it's whatever, keloids, if it's
Whatever.
your breast,
Whatever, they
you know,
fix it.
they fix it, and they take you from one level to another. You know, you come in with your head down and you leave with your head up, and it's a great show.
And so you and your wife are featured on this.
Yes, we are on episode 2, which airs next Saturday. This Saturday is the premiere. Next Saturday is our episode, and she gets her breast done.
Your wife does.
Yes,
And you guys are featured throughout the whole episode, going through the whole process.
well, I'm sure. Well, through the episode, yes, through that episode. As for the series, we're not scattered out through the series, but I'm happy to say that I'm one of the producers of the show.
Oh,
And
very
so,
cool.
So you'll see me more up maybe on season 2. And so on. So I'm really excited about this, man. It's a different hat for me.
Yeah.
You know, I've done the
Well,
rapping.
still the same Kangol, though.
Same
You know what I'm saying?
Kangol,
You
but a
do,
different hat. We're doing both.
you beat me to it. You beat me to it like Roxanne, Shanté.
Hey, listen, I want to have you come back soon and teach us more history, man. You've got so much information. You're such a great character in hip-hop history.
Thank you, bro.
And congratulations, Centric, this Saturday.
This Saturday, please tune in. You're going to enjoy the show, I promise.
All right, in a battle, Kangol versus educated rapper, who wins?
I would.
Just like that.
I'm sorry. What did you expect me to say,
Educated
bro?
rapper was nice, bro.
What did you expect
He
me
was
to say,
nice.
bro?
Yo, give it up to Kangol,
Kangol.
man. Yeah.
Thank you.